Las Vegas. The territory of Nevada, where one of the most famous cities in the United States is located, belonged to Mexico until the mid-19th century. However, after the Mexican-American War in 1846 to 1848, the situation changed. The land, which at the time was inhabited by the Paiute tribe, was annexed. Among the land unsuitable for living, there was a small oasis called Las Vegas, which means meadows in Spanish. It was here, in the 1850s, that Americans built Fort Baker, intended as a rest stop for travelers, traders, and Mormon missionaries. The latter aimed to convert the Native Americans to their faith. However, this proved to be not so easy. Over time, the Native Americans pushed the temporary visitors off their land. But this only briefly delayed the arrival of civilization on their lands. The Mormons did not give up and, at the beginning of the 20th century, established a small community in this area. They built several ranches, set up irrigation systems, and began developing farming. However, Las Vegas as we know it today, began to grow only in 1905. It was then that the Los Angeles-Salt Lake City Railway Company acquired a significant portion of land near the oasis at auction. The good water supply from the nearby Colorado River made this place ideal for building a railway station. A railway line was planned to connect Albuquerque and Los Angeles through Nevada. In late 1905, the station was completed, and the first train passed through Las Vegas. The settlement around the station began to grow rapidly, and in 1911, it officially became a city. The first gaming halls and bars appeared on the streets of the city immediately after the opening of the railway station in 1905, which is now considered the historical founding date of Las Vegas. However, local authorities quickly banned gambling, so just 4 years later, this business continued to develop underground. Interest in it steadily grew, and eventually, the authorities chose to support the interested parties and the state. In 1931, the ban was lifted, and casino owners were required to pay a tax, varying depending on the number of tables, slot machines, and types of card games. That same year, Las Vegas saw the opening of the first legal nightclub, Norteer, and the Las Vegas Club Casino.